Hey everyone, this is Kapil Bhatia. Welcome to my channel Infinite Study. In my previous class, I had discussed list in Python. In my today class, I will discuss one more data type of Python, that is tuple. So before starting today's session, first we will discuss about the agenda of today's class. So in my today class, first we will discuss about the tuple in Python. Then after we will discuss the similarity between the tuple and list. Later on we will discuss the difference between the tuple and list. Moving further, we will discuss about the tuple manipulation, and finally I sum up my session with different functions used with tuples. So I hope you understand about the agenda of today's class. Tuple is a data structure in Python. It is another sequence of data type that is similar to the list. A tuple consists of number of values separated by comma. Unlike list, however, tuple are enclosed within parentheses, as you can see here. Okay. The value that make up the tuple are called its elements, and elements in a tuple need not to be of the same type. Next topic is how to create a tuple. To create a tuple, put a number of expressions separated by comma in parentheses. That is, to create a tuple you can write in the form given below. T is equal to parenthesis is called, it is create an empty tuple. If you have some values, then all the values are enclosed within parentheses separated by comma. To better understand, I will show you with an example. To create an empty tuple, you just write T is equal to blank parenthesis. If I find the type of T, it will return tuple. Or either you can use tuple type object to create an empty tuple. When I run this code, here you can see the type of T is tuple. So I hope you understand how to create an empty tuple. To create a tuple with a single element is little tricky. To create a tuple with single element, you have to include the final comma. The final comma after the single value is mandatory. Otherwise, it is not considered as tuple. Rather, it is treated as a character, a string, or an integer. Depends upon the value. Okay. So suppose if I write T is equal to 1. Okay. Then after I find the type of T. So here you can see the type of T is an integer. Okay. If I mention 1.5, the type of T is float. If I input value in double quotes, it show me as string. Okay. So how we can create a tuple with single element? As I told you, to create a tuple with single element, you have to include the final comma after the value. Okay. So let's suppose 25 comma. Now you can see the type of T is tuple. So I hope you understand how to create a tuple with single element. Okay. You can also use built-in tuple type object to create a tuple from an existing sequence. Where sequence can be of any kind of sequence object, including the string, list, tuples, etc. Okay. So here I show you how to create a tuple with an existing sequence. So for that you just type T is equal to, then after tuple type object, and finally I pass the value of my sequence. When I print the value of T, here you can see the element of tuple are T, Y, T, H, O, L. So I hope you understand how to create a tuple with an existing sequence. Okay. If you want to creating a tuple from keyboard input, that time you use eval method, as I told you in my previous class. So here I show you with an example how to create a tuple from keyboard input. Okay. Suppose T is equal to eval, then input, enter. Prompt has come. Here you can see Now you put the value separated by comma. Here you can see the elements of tuple are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I hope you understand how to create a tuple with eval method. Okay. Now move to our next topic, that is the difference and similarity between tuples and lists. So the similarity between tuples and lists are len function we can also use with tuple so that we can find the length of tuple. Indexing and slicing, you are familiar with these. With tuple we can also use membership operator, that means in and not in operator. Concatenation and replication operators also used with tuples, and we can also access individual element of a tuple. So to better understand, let's see with an example. So for that, suppose I create a tuple with name vowels, and the elements of my tuple are A, E, I, and U. Okay. If I find the length of my tuple, then I write print length of vowels. When I run this code, you will find the output as 5. So I hope you understand how to find the length of a tuple. Okay. You can also use indexing and slicing. So for that, if I write print vowels of 2, when I run this code, it will return as I, because I is at second position, 0, 1, 2. You can also use slicing 2 to 4. When I run this code, you will find the output as I and O. Okay. It returns a new tuple containing the object between 2 and 4. So I hope you understand how to use indexing and slicing with tuple. Next is membership operator. Both in and not in operators works on tuple also. So for that, I just show you with an example. Suppose I write print I in vowels. It will return true. Okay. If I write I not in vowels, it will return false. Next topic is concatenation and replication operators. The concatenation operators adds one tuple to the end of another, and replication operator repeats a tuple. To better understand, I just show you with an example. Suppose I have one more tuple and my tuple name is vowels is equal to A, E, I, O, and U. Okay. Python is case sensitive language, means uppercase and lowercase letter treated separately. So here are two variable name vowels. One is in lowercase and one is in uppercase. If I find the result of vowels plus vowels, it will return the result after joining the two tuples. Okay. When I run this code, you will find the output as. So I hope you understand how to use concatenation operator with tuple. We can also use replication operator with tuple. So I show you with an example. If I find when I run this code, it will replicate a tuple a specific number of times, that means 3 times. I hope you understand how to use replication operator with tuple. Now let's move to our next topic, that is the difference between the tuples and the list. The main difference between the tuples and list are, tuples are not mutable while lists are. We cannot change the individual elements of a tuple in place, but list allow us to do so. And lists are enclosed within a square bracket and their elements and size can be changed, while tuple are enclosed within parentheses and cannot be updated. So we can say we cannot perform the insert, update and delete operation on tuples. I hope you understand what is the difference between tuples and lists. Now move to our next topic, that is various methods used with tuples. Here you can see the list of methods that we can perform on tuple. one by one I will show you with an example so that you can better understand. Okay. First method is len method. It is used to return the length of the tuple. So for that, if I find print the length of vowels when I run this code, you will find the output as 5. Okay. So I hope you understand how to use len method. Next method is max method. It will return the element from the tuple having the maximum value. So for that, if I write print max of vowels, it will return capital U. Okay. So I hope you understand how to use max method. Same way we can use min method also. Max method returns the element from the tuple having maximum value, while min method is return the element from the tuple having the minimum value. So if I write min here, you will find the output as A. I hope you understand how to use min method with tuple element. Okay. Now move to our next method, that is index method, and it returns the index of an existing element of a tuple. So for that, suppose I write print vowels dot index of. When I run this code, you will find the output as 4. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if the given item does not exist in tuple, it is value error exception. So for that, suppose I write A. When I run this code, it will return an error. Okay, tuple.index x is not in tuple. I hope you understand how to use index function with tuple. Next method is count method. It returns the count of an object in a given sequence. So for that, suppose I create a new tuple and the item of my tuple are 2, 4. Okay. And if I find if I run this code, you will find the output as 3, okay, because 2 present in my tuple 3 times. So I hope you understand how to use count function or count method with tuple. So students, this is most about the tuple function used in Python language. Thank you for watching this video. I will meet you in my next class. Till then, take care.